Hi, it's Patsy, and it's been a while since I've come on to make a video. I've been around YouTube still, and I do pop in and catch up with people, but I haven't actually uploaded for a long time. So I saw this VR doing the round for a couple of weeks now from Katey Flowers. If you could only choose 10 decks, what would they be? And got me thinking. I thought, I'd like to go on and do this one. So I popped on especially to do this VR. So the first tarot that I'm going to choose is the Stretch Tarot. Now this is one by Joseph Stretch, and I've had it a couple of years. I don't use it as a normal tarot deck. This is one that I use just to do past life readings, or if I want to do some ancestry work, then this is the deck that I do like to pull out specifically for those two reasons. Like I said, I don't use it as a tarot as such, but this deck speaks to me on that level of past lives and working with ancestor spirit. So I couldn't not take and keep this one, because like I said, I do like to do both of those kinds of readings, and without my Stretch Tarot I wouldn't enjoy it as much. So that is my first choice. My second choice is, well, what stays in here, the box isn't here, it's in my back room. But this is the deck that I use just for myself. It's been a favourite since I got it, and it's the Tarot of the Hidden Realms. It's one of those decks, when I first saw it, I didn't think I would like it, because a lot of it is, you know, the images of the people's faces and what have you. But there was just something about it, so I went ahead and bought it, and I absolutely adore this deck. I love the artwork. It speaks to me on so many levels, but only for me. I don't use it to do readings for other people. This is what I class as my hook deck. When I want a message, a gentle message, what it'll tell me, but it'll do it in a gentle way, then this is the deck that I'll pull out. Like I said, so that is my second deck that I couldn't do without. That's the Tarot of the Hidden Realms. It's one of my all-time favourites, that, and I couldn't be without it. So my third deck, people who have followed me when I used to do this will know that I'm not a huge fan of the Rider-Waite imagery of the original decks, but I do like, you know, the Rider-Waite system. So this deck kind of is very much Rider-Waite system, and it's the Dark Mansion Tarot, but it's done in such a cute way. I just love the image of this. This was a gift from someone who became a friend. Very kind gift as well, and I use this one quite often to read for other people. If somebody, you know, asks me to do them a reading, then very often this will be the one that I'll pick, for the simple reason, like I say, it's very Rider-Waite based, but I just prefer this kind of imagery rather than the standard Rider-Waite decks. So that is my number 3. Number 4 is, again, it's a Rider-Waite system, but it's the Everyday Witch. Again, it's just such a fun deck, but it's one of those decks that's not soft, and it gives it to you how you need to hear what you need to hear, but it's done in quite a fun way. And this deck I used for months, these last couple of years. This is probably the deck that I use with just about all the time. I rarely had this put away, and it's only been put away again now because of another tarot that I'm going to show you, the last one. I'm using that all the time now, but that is one I know that I couldn't do without, and that is the Everyday Witch. So my number 5 choice is the deck of what I'm using all the time now, which surprised me. I had it on pre-order, then I cancelled it because I wasn't sure, and then I had to have it. There was just something that kept tailing me to get it, so I got it, and I've not been I haven't put it down since. It's not my normal thing because I love colours and whatever, but this is black and white. But it's the Tarot of the Abyss by Anna Turin, and I absolutely love this deck. So from day one, that's the backs. From day one, this deck has just spoke to me. There's just something about the imagery of this deck. As soon as I lay down the cards, I know exactly what it's saying to me. And I couldn't imagine not having this deck now. Very Rider-Waite system, a lot of the cards. There's some different ones, and that's what I like. I like, you know, a bit of a twist to them. But this deck just talks to me. I mean, I can't be without this deck now. I have a lot of my decks are out the back in the back room. I have shelving out there where they all sit. But certain decks that I love and I use often are in my kitchen on my dresser. And this is one what sits on my dresser since I've got it, and it won't be going anywhere soon. So that is my #1 deck at the minute. I absolutely adore this deck. It speaks to me, has done from day one, and I just love it. As that's the Tarot of the Abyss. So to keep things fair, I've chose 5 tarot, and now I'm going to go on to 5 oracles. So the first one is the Goddess Love. There is another one, I think this is the second. The first one was Goddess Dreams, I think. I have that too. But this one, there was just something about this one that spoke to me from day one. I think the imagery, even though the imagery on the other one is gorgeous as well, there was just something about this one. And the artwork is stunning. The messages are nice. It's one of them decks you can just pick up, shuffle, and get yourself a message just from the imagery and the little bit at the bottom. You don't need to go too deep with them. It's just a gorgeous little oracle. But the artwork is just absolutely stunning. So that is my first choice from Wendy Andrew, and that's the Goddess Love oracle. So the second one is pretty new to me. I think I got it about 3 months ago, but I haven't put it down since. And it's the Earthcraft. I spotted it and I got it, and I absolutely love it. So there's the backs. Very colourful. Artwork's lovely. And again, this is just one of those decks what give you such a lovely message. And the little books, a nice little book with it as well. I mean, the colours on this and the artwork are just stunning. But I like to pull one of these and then go to the book, because the book is, so it kind of, if I show you there, it gives you like the imagery of the card and talks you through that, and the meaning of it, but then it gives you like silence and noise, breath work, and quartz, and it gives you like little rituals you can do for the energy of the card. So I do like to do that, and like I said, that is one again that sits on my dresser since I got it, because I just love that one as well. So this next one is an oldie. I've had this a while, and this is one I pull all the time, Shamanic Medicine, and it's a deck I've had for a few years, but it's one of those decks that I'll always read the where's the back, sorry, I will always read the book. The book is where I'll get my message. It's one of those that I'll very often journal on and I'll sit with the card, and it goes pretty deep, like this one, Soul Retrieval, Shapeshifter, Offerings. But the book is pretty in-depth as well. So you get like a little bit about the card, you then get what the journey is about with the card, then you get other divinatory meanings, and then it always ends with a little verse at the end. So for journey it says, adventures here, so close your eyes, fall down tunnels, fly through skies, imagination is the key, trust, believe, and you shall see. So it always ends with a little verse like that, but it's just one of those decks that really gives me something to think about, and very often I will journal on, but it's one of those decks that I couldn't be without. I love it. So that's the Shamanic Medicine. The next one is one that I got a few months ago, probably about 6 to 8 months ago, something like that. And it's never left my dresser since, and I pull a card every day. And it's the Sacred Mothers and Goddesses. And it is a beautiful deck. It's got lots of different feminine energy. There's the backs. And again, it's one of those decks I pull every day. And it sits on my little altar that I have on my dresser in the kitchen, the card of the day. And then I work with that energy for the day. And I love the book for that reason as well. But this is a gorgeous quality, gorgeous artwork, lovely colours. And it's just a firm favourite of mine. And like I said, since I bought it, it hasn't left my dresser. And it's one that I pull on a daily basis. And the book again, it's got a bit about the card. So if we go to this one, a bit about the card, then you've got the message. But then it always ends, or it gives you reasons, you know, why you could call on that person, you know, what the, like for Isis, to help foster good feelings and heal negative patterns, or for helping healing relationships with others. So it gives you, you know, when you could call on them. But then it gives you activities and rituals. But then you always get a card spread, a 4-card card spread. And it's always to do with that energy from that particular card. So I love to sit and journal on that one and do the little reading at the end every day from the card that I've chosen. And they're always bang on as well, always bang on. So that is one of my favourites that I would have to take with me, the Sacred Mothers and Goddesses. And the last one is the Oracle of Shapeshifters. I never used to really be a fan of this artwork, the Lucy Cavendish artwork, but this last year I've got quite a few of these decks now, and I absolutely adore them. And this one is my favourite deck. This one spoke to me from day one, and I've had some really good readings with these, really deep readings with these. The other ones I enjoy as well, but not quite as much as these ones. So if I only had to have 10 decks, this would be the one from that collection of Lucy Cavendish that would have to come with me. So there we go. So that is the Oracle of the Shapeshifters, and that's my number 10. So they would be the 10 decks that I would keep for different reasons. But it's been nice to come and share them with you, and I will speak to you all soon. Bye for now.